Yes?
Yes. Today we have to realize that there's a serious lack of talent in the talent pool. Whether people aren't going to college, whether they're not picking up the skill sets that we need, we just have to realize that it's not there. It's clearly evidenced by the dollars that we're spending on recruiting, okay? There's $3,300 average spent per hire in recruiting. That's $72 billion in the year 2013 in the US alone on finding talent, okay? I figured it out. I can figure this out. I'll grow talent on trees, right? I'll have an orchard, and I'll grow salesmen and accountants, and it'll be simple. I'll just do it, and you'll come buy from me, okay? We know that that's not reality, right? The reality is that HR has to go through and find the talent, okay? That's what makes your job special. It's not easy to do. If we were spending all this money on it, if it was free, we'd be doing it for free because we're smart, right? Well, most of us are. So some of us are just idiots, right? Oh, wait, no. If we know that there's this huge lack of talent, why are some employers discounting 33% of people? Some people say any contact with law enforcement, that's 100 million people in the country. That's a third of the people. Chances are that you, as an employer, would deny some or all of this group of 33%, okay? People that have had contact with law enforcement. What I would like you to do today is consider who's inside that group of 33%. We can really break it into two groups. We can break it into serious offenders, people that have been in the Department of Corrections. That's people that have been to prison. And 75% of those people have minor offenses without prison time. But I'm telling you, there's employers out there that do not hire anyone with contact with law enforcement. Those Department of Correction offenders, they're a special group of people. They're people who have been to prison longer than a year, murderers, rapists, arsonists. There's places for them to fit into workplaces, okay, but it's isolated road projects and highway widening systems, kind of at first until they reacclimate into society. But what about these minor offenders? What about people with DUIs, no proof of insurance, an assault, maybe a bar fight? I mean, really, like we have to look past some of these negative words and think about this a little bit, okay? Could someone with one DUI drive a school bus full of children? Okay? There's actually a state law in Nebraska and other states that prevent that. Okay, but can someone with one DUI drive a company car? Can someone make a mistake? Well, how long has it been since they've had that DUI? What's their likelihood to repeat offense? Okay, that's what I want you to think about, is the likelihood to repeat offend. Will they steal, drive drunk, rape, or lie again? What is the motivating factor behind it? Okay, we spend a lot of tax dollars these days on rehabilitation programs, okay? A huge portion of the taxes that come out of our paycheck go to AA meetings, anger management classes. The courts are directing people to scenarios that help them get placed, okay? I have 3 examples of people that have gone through the court system that are the perfect match, okay? I even brought a personal example today, okay? We're gonna talk about Nelson Mandela, okay? Nelson Mandela spent 27 years in prison, okay, for conspiracy to overthrow the state, for his protests against apartheid and the racial profiling, okay? When he was released from prison, he was elected president, okay? He wasn't falsely imprisoned. He did the crime, okay? Michael Vick, he went to prison for 3 years for dogfighting and gambling. He filed bankruptcy, which would show up negatively on his credit report. He was signed by the Eagles when he came out of prison. He was the NFL Comeback Player of the Year that year, and he made the Pro Bowl. We have a sales employee at our organization that had a DUI within 2 years of his hire. Previously, we wouldn't have hired him because he was going to drive a company car. He is the top seller 34 of his 39 months with the company, okay? Beat that in sales. We dropped the F-bomb with him, okay? The forgiveness word. We identified crimes in the workplace that we could work with. DUI. Theft 5th degree is a bad check, okay? These are things that we can work with, okay? What we did is we set parameters for one-time offenders of those crimes to be eligible to work. So with this specific DUI, he had gone to AA meetings, he'd spent 3 days in jail, he'd done 6 months probation, and he did his fine. But I've been with the guy when he drinks, and he won't get in the car after he drinks and drive, not even one beer. Where can forgiveness fit in at our workplaces? Are there certain positions, certain job duties, certain work scenarios that we can have people that have these one-time offenses and we can forgive them, okay? Where can we adopt it? That's the big question. It's simple to do. It's very easy. And I was talking to a nice guy earlier, and I'm out of time, but he said it makes so much sense, okay? These people, they made a mistake. All that we have to do is look past once those one-time offenders. Done.